All right, let's get into lipo cavitation. So lipo cavitation uses ultrasound waves or waves to target the fat cells only. So when the waves are directed to that fatty area, they damage the fat cell membrane. So if you've ever gotten body contouring or body sculpting done with lipo cavitation, it is that annoying sound that you hear in your ears. So it doesn't do any damage to the surrounding tissues or organs. It's just breaking down that fat cells and those fatty substances, which are obviously key components of that flabby tissue. So cavitation is definitely a great way to reduce fat because it completely destroys a fat cell and it converts it into liquid, which is then naturally eliminated through your urine, your stool, sweating, and so forth. That is why it is important. If you've ever gotten body sculpting services done, you always hear the body sculptor say, make sure you drink plenty of water before and after your service, because the more water you drink, the more it's going to be able to eliminate that fat into that liquid, and you will eliminate that through your stool, your urine, as well as your sweat. So, cavitation or ultrasonic cavitation is considered an alternative treatment to surgical liposuction as a non invasive procedure, which results obtained quickly. So, this is a good point, a talking point, especially when you are telling people that you're doing body contouring services. You can always post on your social media this without needles, without pain, without side effects, as well as without any downtime. So that's important to know. So before any treatments or any cavitation treatments, I always say drink 8 cups of water, or then just tell people drink more water than they'll normally do. Avoid alcohol prior to and after your treatments. No tanning. The skin is very sensitive after tanning, so no tanning before or after your treatment. And I continue to preface a large amount of fluid. Water is needed to help the body process the excess fat. So too much alcohol will limit liver functioning to process the substance. That is why we say, like, do not drink alcohol before and after your service, because the point of we eliminating that fat is through your stool, your urine, your stool. So if you have too much alcohol, then that will definitely limit your liver function, which means that you cannot expel that fat. So that is why it's very important not to drink alcohol prior to and after your service, and be sure to drink as much water as possible. In this video, this is another machine that I use. It is a, let's see, one of the machines that I use, I'm sorry, this is my S-shaped machine. So I'm using this on the side for my user or my client. And then in this video, you'll see me also using the other 6-in-1 machine and doing my cavitation service there as well. Common areas to treat and some of the aftercare. So the common areas you can treat when you're doing cavitation is stomach, the love handle areas, inner thighs, back, man boobs, upper arms, hips, the butt area. I'm not sure why anybody would want to do that, but people do ask for that. And also lipocavitation also eliminates cellulite. So it's very good to, when you're doing a cellulite treatment or a cellulite reduction treatment, I always start off doing my lipocavitation first, and then from there I'll do the vacuum therapy, which I'll show later, or we'll talk about later. I'm sorry. So aftercare, of course, as we mentioned again, avoid carbohydrates, including alcohol, for 24 hours post treatment. You want to make sure you give the body time to eliminate toxins and waste from the body. It's also very important to drink plenty of water to aid in the process. Exercise is very recommended. It's highly recommended to stimulate the circulatory system as well as the lymphatic system to remove the toxins during that treatment time. And also note that when you're performing any cavitation services, you always want to make sure you go towards your right. So if you're going in a circular motion, you want to make sure that you go towards the right. Because if you know about the body, you know that your intestines goes towards the right. So if you're going counterclockwise, you will definitely impact your body if you're doing services on yourself, and you can definitely impact someone else's body. So be sure to always go right when you're performing services. If you decided to do the back area, you want to split the back in half. I always say do 15 minutes on one side, 15 minutes on the other side. And then also lipocavitation services can be done every 72 hours. So if I go back to this slide prior to, You see, when I'm performing, I'm going down. I'm always making sure that every time if I'm doing someone's stomach area or their side, I'm always going and hitting the bed to make sure I get the full stomach. And if I decide to go around, I'll be going all around towards that person. So I'm going to be going in a circular motion here when I am needing to perform these services.